Hey, it's Naomi from the Wenatchee River Institute, and today we're going to be exploring insects. You may be wondering, what is an insect?
Insects are animals. There's a dazzling variety of animals on Earth. Among them, there are body patterns and structures that some groups of animals share and others do not. Insects fall within the group of arthropods. Arthropods are invertebrates, meaning they do not have a backbone. Instead, they have an exoskeleton. An exoskeleton is like having a skeleton on the outside layer of your body, similar to a suit of armor.
There are actually more types of insects than any other type of animal on this earth. And the types of insects are called species. And so far, scientists have discovered about 1 million species of insects on this earth. But scientists believe that there are probably 10 million species in total. So that means there are about 9 million species that have yet to be discovered.
Insects have 3 pairs of legs and a body divided into 3 sections. The head, that contains the eyes, mouth parts, and antenna. The thorax, containing muscles where the legs and wings are attached. And the abdomen, containing stomach and breathing tubes. So, where do insects live and what do they need to survive?
The place where something lives is called its habitat. Every organism has a habitat, even insects. Habitat includes 4 different things: shelter, food, water, and space.
Hello friends, Katie here, and today we're going to be learning about microhabitats and the animals that live within them. But before we do, we need to go over some safety guidelines. We'll be exploring these creatures' environments, and sometimes they can have things that can hurt us. Stingers, pinchers, they may even be venomous or poisonous in some rare instances. So it's important that we're using caution, some safety measures. We need to make sure that we're being respectful of these animals' spaces and that we're not going to pick them up with our hands. This ensures that we won't get bit or stung. So that being said, let's go and explore some microhabitats.
So in a moment, we're going to lift up one of these logs and see what kind of microhabitat we can find beneath it. Come on over. Oh wow, I see a spider. Oops, it just crawled into a hole. Oh wow. Over here. So that actually isn't an insect, but it is an arthropod. And you can see around here that this is actually a really thriving habitat. There are plants growing out of this decomposing matter below. There's food, there's water, the ground is moist, there's shelter, and there's oxygen.
Now, let's travel to Wenatchee to see what Elisa's working on.
Another fun way to learn about insects is to create a bug hotel. Your bug hotel will be a home for an insect that will later come check it out, and it should be maybe under a tree or under a rock where it can be protected from predators such as birds or larger insects.
By providing a variety of plant material in your bug hotel, you will encourage all sorts of insects to lodge. You can build a bug hotel using natural materials like Elisa is building with here, including sticks, pine cones, branches, or any other found material in your yard or at the park.
My bug hotel from a bird's eye view is almost camouflaged with its surroundings. But as soon as I head inside, I can see my bug hotel, and I'm gonna keep an eye on it to see which bugs move in. I'm gonna check it every 2 days and make recordings of it in my journal.
Can you create a bug hotel that meets the 4 needs for survival? Remember that insects, like us, need food, water, shelter, and space to survive. Let's head back to Leavenworth to see what Katie's observing in the barn.
We are very lucky that we have our own specimen case filled with all sorts of different types of insects. Today I'm particularly excited because we're going to look at one of my favorite insects, which is a bee. It's right here. And we're going to take a closer look with a stereoscope. All right, I have my specimen. I've got my stereoscope. Now let's take a closer look. Whoa. Oh my gosh. This is so cool. Come on, take a closer look.
Now let's travel back to Wenatchee to see some bees in action. The Wenatchee River Institute's executive director, Carolyn, keeps bees at her home. Carolyn took some time to share her beehive and answer our questions.
Wow. That is super full of honey.
We asked Carolyn, why do you keep bees?
Hi, my name is Carolyn Griffin-Boogert, and I work at the Wenatchee River Institute. And the reason that I like to keep bees is because it's fun. It's a kind of a challenge. It's a bit of art and a bit of science, and it's just really fun to see what those bees are doing every time I look in.
Do the bees ever sting you?
Yeah, well, you probably know bees can sting, and if you look at how I'm dressed, you can tell that I'm dressed in a very protective manner. Boots, I have on a full bee suit, I have on gloves that come all the way up to here. I am fully encased so I will not get stung.
Does your hive have a queen bee? And what does she do?
Yes, every hive has one queen bee. And the queen is really, really important because the queen is the bee that lays the eggs. All the other bees are worker bees, and the queen bee stays in the hive. She's got kind of a really long abdomen or stomach, and that is because her job is just laying eggs.
Now it's your turn to find insects. Go on a search in your yard, along the sidewalk, or at the park, and let us know what you find.